Hi, this is a video to decode fasting or frequency of eating, both to understand the process if you live a Western diet or if you're on a ketogenic diet. One thing people always ask me is why you need to fast. And I suppose to answer that, you need to understand really why and what you're trying to achieve. So I'm Gary, I actually live a healthy keto lifestyle and I'm also an accredited coach, and I'm going to decode those questions for you. So first off, why? Well, there's tons of research dating from roughly 500 BC from Socrates and other Greek philosophers all the way up to present day that show the huge benefits of intermittent fasting or frequency of eating. So what are we trying to achieve? To understand that, you must look at this basic chart I've drawn, which is easy for a visual representation. So we start at 0 hours if you're living a Western diet. By a Western diet, they basically promote about 60% carbohydrate should be your diet. If we ignore the sugars for now and the frequency of eating, because I'm hoping you're backing off the sugars, realizing how toxic they are. So you're eating about 60% carbs. Now when you reach your 40s, human growth hormone and metabolism slow right down. So a lot of the carbohydrates you're consuming get stored as stored glycogen or body fat, and some of them get used to fuel your cells and to fuel your body. So we stop eating at 0 hours in, but the real magic happens around 13 hours in. That is why people come to me and say, Gary, look, I've tried intermittent fasting, I don't eat for 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 hours, but nothing seems to happen. The minute I touch even a small amount of food, even a quarter of a bowlful of some healthy chicken or lean something, I seem to put on weight or just cannot lose weight. That's because the minute you eat before 13 hours, you reset the whole process back to 0. And that's why so many people who are living a 60% carb diet struggle with weight management, because to go for that long without food, you kind of get some side effects, a bit grumpy, a bit of fatigue, a bit of dizziness. But if you can do that, when you get to 13 hours, the magic happens. It basically, around 13 hours, you spike something called human growth hormone. In men, you spike it by 2,000%, in women by 1,300%. So this is around 13 hours and it tails off at 24 hours. To give you some comparison of how strong this spike is, if I was to do a sustained vigorous exercise, I'd spike human growth hormone by around 450%. And you've got to remember that human growth hormone is the fat burning hormone. It also slows the aging process. So welcome to anti-aging. And the great thing about it, if you have type 2 diabetes, is human growth hormone is excellent at reversing or healing insulin. So there's some strong positive reasons why we shouldn't eat for 13 hours. But the benefits of fasting get even stronger when you go between 16 to 18 hours, again, up to 24 hours. This is when something called autophagy occurs. And this is incredible. It's such a brilliant, fascinating thing. Autophagy basically is a Greek word for self-eating. And your body knows you're not having any food, and it starts to be extremely economical, and it looks around the body to see what it can get rid of. So it starts to burn off and eat yeast, mold, candida. Any viruses you have will start to be destroyed. It collects any mutated cells from years of eating a Western diet and destroys them or cleans them up. It also takes back any damaged protein and remodels it for future use to build new structures. It also gets rid of pathogens in the body. Now you cannot say how great the benefits are of autophagy. And still, fasting gets better. Around 24 to 36 hours in, you get stem cell growth. Now this is a huge area of research, and the 2016 Nobel Peace Prize was actually won by a gentleman who spent a long time studying intermittent fasting and human growth hormone, autophagy and stem cell research. And when you think that dementia and Alzheimer's is the #1 cause of death in the UK, the fact that stem cell growth can have the ability to remodel brain tissue is huge. we're really pushing on here. So you're on a Western diet and you're basically starting at 0 hours and you're getting all these benefits at 13 hours, 16 hours and 24 hours and above. But here's the real kicker. On a ketogenic diet, we don't have any stored glycogen. I don't have this because I don't consume sugar and I don't consume 60% carbs. So immediately that I stop eating, it takes roughly for insulin to stop working for 2 hours, the same as these guys. But immediately the insulin stops and I stop eating, I kick straight in to fat burning. And then get all the benefits at 13 to 24 hours of human growth hormone, 16 to 18 hours of autophagy, and stem cell growth at 24 to 36 hours. So that is why on a healthy keto lifestyle, dramatic and sustained weight loss happens so soon and so regularly. The point is you're not having to start at a negative point. You're roughly 12 hours ahead of the game. And this is why the minute we stop eating, we immediately start burning fat. But the thing is, we don't stop eating because on a healthy ketogenic lifestyle, I've changed my cellular structure. My mitochondria within my cells can now be used and now knows how to burn fat. So at 0 hours, Gary stops physically eating, but my cellular body starts eating immediately. And the whole time I'm fasting, my cellular body is eating my stored body fat. Now this doesn't happen on a Western diet, if you're living it, until about 13 hours in when human growth hormone kicks off. So you can see the huge benefits for weight loss and weight management on a healthy keto lifestyle and why we promote this for so many ailments. Get rid of the stored glucose, the sugar in your body, and welcome to unlocking the potential. From the minute you stop eating, you immediately burn fat. And the average lean body has around 65 to 70,000 fuel calories within them. So we don't get the headaches, the fatigue, the dizziness like you do when you're on a stored glycogen you're burning, because they only have around 1,500 calories. So by the time you go 10, 12 hours in, you're really starting to feel the effects. So that's why we can fast for longer. The benefits of fasting are quicker, we burn more fat, and we can go for much longer in fasting and increase our health. So if you'd like to know more about healthy keto lifestyle, then please watch more of these videos. If you like what you've seen, then click the like below and also subscribe to our channel. I hope I've helped you to decode and understand a bit about intermittent fasting and frequency of eating. Thank you.